Alright, yeah, no, this probably sounds horrible. Way too loud. You're way too loud. Okay. I'm in the Shark Tank tonight, baby. We're still screwing around with the room right now. Projector is running, up and running, although it looks kind of bad right now. I've still got some work to do to make it work a little bit better. But I'm thinking of ways to make the ambience a little bit more reasonable. Here's what it looks like without the second camera. So, yeah. Little fix up on that one. Yeah, no, I don't even have a plan. This one is not planned at all. I was thinking about revising Stream 2 just to see what was up, and I did check out that stuff, and honestly, I'm tired of hating on things right now. Sounds all right to me. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Let me just make sure we are not blasting the wrong things over the fucking. You can't even see that shit. It's really out of focus, so not a whole lot to see there. Yeah, I'd have to pat it like this. Wait, that like this. What is new in the world? I've been a little out of it. I haven't really been checking on things. I got way into the rabbit hole of stuff, like dumb stuff, like, you know, when you like figure out things that like, oh, I shouldn't be wasting my time. Come on, man. You go into those rabbit holes of just like researching things that like you have no business with, learning all the secret knowledge, all the hints and tips, all the secret, all the super cool cheat codes to life. You know, you learn all those things. Like I just popped in like right when I pulled up the Discord server. It's like, damn, bro, you're not prepared at all. I have no idea what this one's about. Well, it's mostly like last one was like me being like, man, this is a really stupid thing, and I'm so glad that I get to talk about it for 2.5 hours. And then you realize like, oh man, that's 2 hours of my time. All right, I have to start entertaining again, right? I have to start doing the entertainment and stop pretending like I'm pretending like I'm doing something. Just noodling on guitars. Good old classics. The classics. Just, you never see people like actually noodle on guitar at Guitar Center. You mostly just see people like playing a riff badly, like out of tune. No attempt to like try to tune the guitar. Most of the time I figure that's like kind of how it goes. But it's also like if you're at Guitar Center, you're probably not going to be like, I sometimes go into the acoustic room. I play the guitars in there because no one's in there. And then you play for like 5 seconds, and then some other guy wants to walk in there and start playing like flamenco style guitar like immediately as soon as you start playing. That's a pretty classic move there. I'm wondering what this looks like. I have no idea. I'm not looking at the right viewfinder. I'd have to look at this one. No, I can't even look at that one. You can't look at this one. You can't look at that one. I have no idea what to do. New arrivals on GWF. We love GWF. GWF is like the best shit ever. I wonder what this looks like. I mean, what does this look like? What does this look like when I like pull this up? I'm like, oh yeah, look at that. Look at how that looks. Look at that shit. I've checked. I've seen, I've looked through all of these things. I've yet to find anything. Look at the price, NA price on these. What is NA? What is NA price? What is? Oh, you can't. Oh, because technical reasons you cannot add it. So it just means they haven't added a price yet. Is what it means. They've added these things without a price. That's so crazy. The Radio Shack mic has a price. It's garbage. No, they're all right. They're fine. They're fine. They do a job. They do a thing. Is there a freaking set of 2? Yeah, if you want to sound just like Guided by Voices. Yeah, if you want to sound like Guided by Voices, you need these 2 specific microphones. These are actually the Guided by Voices microphones. You have to go buy them right now for $24.99 on Goodwill Finds. If you're located in the southeastern Wisconsin and Metro Chicago area, you are in luck because the shipping will be pretty cheap and you'll be able to get. What is in my fucking bag? Oh, is it this harmonica set? Even though I don't need that. I thought it said that I wasn't allowed to put that in my bag. All right, that's fine. I shouldn't have this up. I'll go back to the fucking fish tank. All right, there you go. There you go, people. There we go, people. People. There we go, people. Let's see. Top chat. Nothing. Good. Good one. I'm still deciding what I will be eating later. I'll probably make. I did buy chicken wings again. I keep buying the hot wings, the Anytizer wings, because they have them at Dash Mart, and I keep buying them for like $10. It's cheaper than getting chicken wings. It's cheaper. I mean, like, I do make mean chicken wings. Like, I can make some good buffalo wings. It's real easy. You just need the oil of choice and chicken wings. That's all, and salt. That's all you need. You should put the chicken wings in salt solution, and then you brine them. But if you get the ones from the store, like, usually they're already pre-brined, but sometimes it helps to brine it again. So you do that, or you can do buttermilk. You can do buttermilk. Buttermilk's good. And then once they're brined, you dry them. You have to dry them completely dry, like bone dry. And then once it's dried, and a good way to do this, if you have one of those air blowers, like compressed air blowers, so you just dry all your chicken off super fast, and then throw it in hot oil, like 375 hot oil, for like, I mean, depends on the size of the piece, but anywhere between 12 to 15 minutes, and you're done. You just take them out, let them cool, and then your sauce of choice, you sauce up at that point. You just need to put the wings in a bowl, and then I mean, the classics, of course, hot buffalo sauce. Buffalo sauce is super easy. It's literally butter and Frank's Red Hot sauce, and that's like it. And then whatever seasonings you want to throw in there, black pepper, whatever, I don't know, you can do whatever you want. You may want to, some people do like vinegar in there and make it a little tangy, but there's vinegar in Frank's Red Hot sauce, I don't know. So it's just like, it's your choice, you decide. You get to do whatever you want. It's your recipe. You can do whatever you want. It's your recipe. Now everything's looking good. I'm trying to wake up. I got off work and I like came home and I was just like fucking tired. I don't even know why. I like didn't do that much of anything like physical or anything. I just, it is what it is. Project wise, let's talk project wise. So right now we're in I haven't done an RFS in a while, and it's because I've been in cleanup mode. All of this over here is like or to be organized or thrown away, but mostly organized. I have a bunch of stuff that needs to be put away. I have my old Fender amp, and it's in a road case, and I've not used it for like 3 years. And basically, It's been in my closet for the last 6 months because I tried to put it in flat in the back because I was like, I could put it flat in the back and then I have all this space to stack everything else on. There's no way to put it flat in the back. It's like the worst dimensions. Like it's the exact dimension of it, so like you can't rotate it in because the doorway is in the way. Like if there was no doorway, it could go straight in, but that's the only way that it would fit in is if it went straight in. And I tried all these things to try to like flip it, and it's just it wouldn't work. There's no way. So I brought it back out. This is now like the 1 week without a litter box in here. So it's like it's been nice, but like we'll probably have to put the litter box back in. I vacuumed a lot of litter all over the place. It was crazy. So it's pretty much like the studio is still Mopey Studios is still like this long uphill battle of me being like, when I have time, I don't dedicate it to doing this. I try to like unwind from work life and just life in general, and I'd rather be doing stuff outside than in here. So it's kind of like there's still some things that I'm thinking about doing and some other things that I'm just not too sure if I want to do. So it's kind of like the main thing is to get the Tascam Model 12 to be completely functional as a recording interface. So that way I can record direct in for multi-channel and have my like I think it's like 6 channel in. It's like it's supposed to be 12 in, but I don't know. I don't trust it. To use ASIO to like assign all the input channels. That way I can record in multi-channel as I should be able to. And then have an output from that go to a looper pedal so that I can just do all my looping shit directly into the Behringer, and I can then just back out and go back and forth between the two as interfaces. And so right now the main issue is that I just have too much crap. I have like too much crap and I want to plug in too many things, and my brain is wired to like have to have a perfect plan before I can do anything at all. Otherwise there's no way to like get it done. And I just keep adding more crap to my setup. So it's kind of like it's a catch-22, and I'm realizing now that I need to focus on making it more of a reasonable goal for me. And step 1 was basically like, okay, well, I need to get rid of some stuff. So I've got this pile of trash behind me that I need to throw away, which includes stuff like actual garbage, expired COVID tests, foam. There's like the drum pads from one of those Donner practice kits where you could like put the pads into the drums. I never used them. They're here. I don't know. Somebody could probably take them from me. Stands. Oh yeah, I've got monitor stands because I have a freaking like hydraulic one that's upside down that has my monitors on it. And I used to use a double stand where one was on top of the other. And at my old place, I liked that because I was like in a narrow area, and I was just like, I don't know. But like, of course, my neck was all screwed up because I was like all the time. Yeah, lots of foam. Oh, I got this. I don't know. I'll just throw this crap out there. I'm not using this. Like, do you see this thing? Is it time for me to talk about this stuff? Like, talk about Cream Magazine, the reboot? I still subscribe to them. It's just like, I don't see a point in like promoting stuff. I'm done with promotion cycles, man. I fucking hate it all. Like, I want it all to die. Like, they're not playing. People don't play shows anymore. I'm mad. I'm just mad all the time. And it's like that thing where you're like, I just need to do things. I just need to do the stuff. I don't need to be mad. I just need to do stuff. It's not that hard. And it's just more of like you get bummed out about life when you have less things to do, and when you have more things to do, you get less bummed out about life. And right now we're in slow time. I'm picking my nose. We're in slow world. Slow world is on right now. That's a true thing. The I've talked about it before, but basically, like every time there's a presidential cycle, there's just a ton of money being thrown at stuff, and the stuff is not like meaningful stuff. It's just like there to create the mental image of like you feeling good about supporting something. Here, give money. Like that's always, it's a classic thing. Here, put yourself on a registry. No, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about politics. Put yourself on a registry. Get called by random people because you voted for someone that they didn't like. Oh, I can move this up? Hell yeah. I don't know. I don't know what any of that stuff means anymore. Politics are hella funny to me. I do like how much AI is being used in politics right now. I like think that shit is hella funny. Like an advertisement was like clearly not the real and they're just advertising random shit. Like it's just because of the political cycle. It's like easy to like get away with it. I hate that. It's also like the tricking people out of money advertising seems to be the most common advertising. It's not like you see mainstream advertising unless you like are in the most basic brunt and brute. Like when I'm at work, and I like watch a YouTube video, I get like a bajillion ads, and they're different ads than I would ever get if I was on my own home PC. Completely different. And yeah, I mean, like it's kind of shocking actually, because I haven't really watched too many advertisements in a while, and recently I've been paying more attention to them just because I've been watching a lot more YouTube at work for work, and learning stuff. You learn about the way that the industry works, and how the marketing side is all about, well, it's about money. There's nothing else to it. It's all about money. There's no to a degree it's about a product or about advancements, technology, all these big buzzwords and things. That's the concept of what you're selling, but what you're really doing is financing things and putting spins on things to make other, that's what it seems to be to me. In everything, in all facets of life, and you're gonna grow up and live your life. You're just gonna find out that that's just how it is everywhere. And it's like, and the idea that like you're gonna one over on other people doesn't make any sense to me at this point. Now that I've seen everything, it's like I'm just gonna keep living my life, and it's just gonna be the same stuff. So the unfair advantage comes from the reality of people having money. That's it. The unfair advantages that you experience as an individual when you're young, and you have this impression that like things are going bad and like not good. All of those unfair advantages are just their financial things. And you can fix that. You can like go talk to somebody and talk about finances and be like, what's the best way for me to do this? Like, well, I mean, like somebody's going to talk to you and be like, okay, well, what are your talents? Like, what are you good at? Because the reality is that you're either going to be making stuff that you're doing business, or you're going to be working for people doing business. Those are your two options. And the third option is fooling yourself. But those are the only options, as far as I know. Like in life, like period, and like across the board for all of them, you're either the person who's making the business happen, or a person who's facilitating it. Those are the rules, and that goes down to every facet of life. Facilitating it even comes down to like police and military and stuff like that. But then the people that are making stuff happen, those are entrepreneurs and people in finance, and those are people who essentially treat money like it's an objective goal, as opposed to treating money as a factual reality of life, in which the value of life is not merited on those things. Not saying everybody's like that, but a lot of those people are like that. Like you have to understand that like the only advantages that money gives people is the ability to like finance and fund things. So if you want to finance and fund yourself, or you just want to like become famous or whatever, like you don't need like a lot of money to like do much of anything these days. Like you want to make a TV show, right? You can make a whole show on YouTube, and as long as it's original, you can basically do all of everything yourself. It's kind of crazy. I've been also thinking about how recently because of stuff I've been doing at work, how easy it is to try to get people to forget the past. How easy it is, because realistically, if people don't give a shit about you, they won't know. And so you can do whatever the fuck you wanted to do when you're alive and kicking and doing it, and then basically, if you weren't popular or famous, like, you could be a horrible person and absolutely go through your whole life and then look back on it and be like who cares? Like, I just fucking, like, I just did it. Like, whereas if you were successful, you'd have to deal with these like preconceived notions about what your success is supposed to be and how you're supposed to be treated and how you treat other people and all these things. If you're not successful, like, or not famous or not popular, you could still be fortunate, you know? And that's my big theory right now, is that, like, from a philosophy perspective, most people still talk about almost everything from a value perspective, putting numbers to it. What is this, fucking Pitchfork? Like, why you're rating pizza by numbers and with decimals? You do know that a decimal is a percentage, right? Like, you could just say this. I give this, I don't know, this corncob pipe an 80%. That's the same as 8.0 or an 8. It's the same as math, man. It's all math. But the numbers, the validation philosophy, the belief of, like, quantity over quality of life, quantity of life over quality of life, the concept of being almost obsessed with self, but, like, not in the sense that one is self-reflective, but that one is believing in self, almost in a religious sense. And that's dangerous and weird and new. And you're starting to see that a lot, especially with, like, younger people. As I get older and I start to look more and more like a gay man, I'm realizing these things. So I'm not actually a gay man. I'm not actually. I mean, I just think that, like, I've started to realize I've been putting on that, like, what is that look, right? What is that look when you were, like, a long-haired a guy who does philosophy videos on YouTube, right? What is that? Is that like the Bill Hicks thing? And I talk, oh man, yeah, like, should I talk about some comedy? Because I got a Bill Hicks, it was like his last TV performance, and it was like watching the worst stand-up I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it was almost as if, like, you know when you're like, okay, this guy was he trying to bomb on purpose to be like, don't air this shit, it's bad. And then people found it, like, years later, and then they posted it because it was like the lost one. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is almost like anti-humor. Like, it's almost like you're watching a Tim and Eric sketch, but it's just a Bill Hicks comedy performance. It's very odd. Like, I didn't know, and I remember that was like the one guy that I could never get into. Like, as a kid, I was like, there is comedy where, like there's cringe comedy where it's like fucking Carrot Top and Gallagher and stuff like that, right? That's cringe comedy, right? Where it's like you have a niche and you're doing kind of dumb, like, prop gags, and you're basically focused on trying to get a reaction out of the crowd. It's not about the joke or the concept of the joke or getting something in somebody's head that makes them laugh. It's more about instantaneous reactions, or even in the fact, in Gallagher's case, being able to trademark your show, which is performance art, which is fine. I like that. I like performance. So that concept of comedy, right? Like cringe comedy is like almost reverted now, because now we look back on some of these things, some of these comedians, and we look at it's like, they're dated. Really, that's what it is. It's like the jokes are still there. It's a comic delivery that's dated, and it has to do with and it's best actually if you watch like what was that guy, Amazing Jonathan, the comedy magician. I almost said wizard. Magician. You get the pacing is like, that's the pacing of like 80s comedy, of like guys high on cocaine doing bit. Good night. It's like that. It's like freaking rapid fire chains of bit. And that was the way that comedians talked up until probably until like Def Jam comedy, until like the 90s. Until like, who's the biggest like 90s comedian that's a white guy, right? It was like Jeff Foxworthy. So it's like redneck comedy and black comedy basically put an end to that, really. If you think about it. I know, really, I was like, oh yeah, Jeff Foxworthy was humongous in the 90s. In the 80s too. But it's like the 80s comedy is like, so everything before Sam Kinison is like this, like kind of like sleek kind of style of like, you're gonna go out with a suit and you're going to do jokes, like do bits, basically. But they're more like jokes, like you're going to tell jokes. And then Sam Kinison happened, and then people started becoming a little bit more like outrageous. Although it wasn't like super common, people were still doing the other style, but they weren't doing as much. They didn't like do the political comedy and stuff like that. There was some of that, but like I haven't dug as. And you need to dig way deeper into that shit, because it's like in the 70s, it's more of a like a lot of comedians are crossover stuff. Like they do TV, they do movies. They're doing stand up at the same time. And there was like a lot of classic guys that were still around at the same time, and then people that were like kind of neither here nor there. And then of course like Richard Pryor and Carlin and Robin Williams. Like now I'm just like, okay, you open the floodgates of like the whole entire thing, and then it's just like SNL and fucking you just, and like I don't even want to like go into like every single freaking sitcom that had a comedian as a star did comedy. 80s though, it's like Eddie Murphy and who's like a big time, I mean Sam Kinison and stuff like that, but like Whoopi Goldberg, it's like people forget that's like she was a stand-up comedian. Like, I mean, she still is, and it's like you probably forgot that she's an actress, but like she's a stand-up comedian too. Who else was like big? I mean, like like you have a lot of people that ended up on TV shows, and it's like you just keep naming names. This is like me pretending like I could just look up a Wikipedia page and then start naming things off, but I'm trying to stay off memory. But 80s stuff is all sleek and timing and boop, 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 boop. And like, yeah, I mean, a lot of that was because they were high on cocaine. And some of it wasn't, but it was a lot of that, yeah. And a lot of it, I think, also was just like audiences were like used to formats for comedy. Like, if you think about it, the format for comedy is like essentially like limited to a certain number of things depending on the style that you do, right? So if you're a prop comedian, you're basically just doing gags, right? And if you're a more like serious comedian that does topical stuff, you're probably doing a lot of crowd work. And if you're a comedian that does roasts or like is just like specializes in specific things, then you probably get your popularity through virility, being viral, virility, having a boner. Yeah, having a boner. That's probably the answer. Um, Look, I haven't checked anything here. All right, there we go. Sweet, hell yeah. But yeah, no, and then into the '90s, it's like the '90s. You have way more. I think like way more money kind of being thrown at people, and then the breakaway thing about the '90s is how niche a lot of the comedy styles were. Because like I think the biggest comedian from the '90s is Chris Rock, and I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, I think that's definitely the biggest. But like, who's like from that era that because I'm just because I was born in the early '90s, so I don't know that much about that stuff. I do know the Def Jam comedy thing. I have a few VHS tapes from that. That's like the big, all of those guys. I'll just say those guys because it's a lot of people, where it's like some of them are really really funny and some of them are like really like out there, and the jokes are still there's still so many jokes that are just like, damn, it's fucked up to put your dick in a man's butthole, and then people are just like dying laughing, and it's like that's like a crazy thing to say now. Like there's really shit like that. It's like, but it's like worded differently. Of course, I can't say it the way that they say it. But yeah, I guess the equivalent for white people would be the fucking the what is that tour, the what is the because well they had the kings, right, like the four kings or whatever of comedy. It was like Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer and fucking I don't remember who the last person was. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Maybe it was three kings. I don't know. Seven kings. Yeah, no, it was what was that tour called? It was like the Blue Collar tour. Yeah, yeah, I remember that Blue Collar tour, and you would always see it reran on Comedy Central in like 2005, 2006. So I just watched that like a lot. I watched Larry the Cable Guy. Larry the Cable Guy though is like one of the funniest comedians. I think still to this day I kind of laugh at that stuff. The whole that's funny right there. That you can't lie. That's funny right there. Like that's like such a like a modern thing. That like people do stuff like that now. People are big into that kind of way of talking, of being like, you can't deny it, this is how it is. It's like there's the internet, we're in your brain, everybody knows what you're thinking, idiot. But like Larry the Cable Guy did that. He did that because he's not really Larry the Cable Guy, but like he really did that. And like those jokes are like some of the most insane jokes to this day, where it's like, okay, like you there's no way that's real. You made that up. It's not a real thing. You made that up. That's not okay. I don't remember exactly what they were, but they were like almost always about like a lady farting. It's like weird shit. I also, well, I mean, like the my takeaways from Blue Collar Comedy Tour was always that Ron White was the coolest guy, and he was the funniest comedian. Still, I think one of the funniest comedians ever. And I think the thing with Ron White was just the fact that the guy had all this like riz about him when he was doing this. It was just like a different kind of comedy than what the other guys were doing. But what was it? What was the guy? It's Bill. Fuck, I don't remember the other. There's Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy, Ron White, and Bill. I don't remember the dude's last name. My only take, dude, literally the only thing I remember from that guy's set was that he would make jokes about having a giant penis. And it's like I literally don't remember I don't remember anything else because all of his jokes are like family jokes. They're like all about being a dad and shit. But then like he'd be like, if I took Viagra, I would pass out from all the blood leaving my brain. It's like if you took like a bunch of Viagra, like you would like somehow like amplify the effects of the like somehow you would force more blood into the dick somehow. No, you'd just be hard for longer. That's That doesn't make any sense unless you were literally like, I have such a huge dick that this is what. Uh. Oh, they're like doing burnouts out there. What the hell? It's almost what is it? That day that they block off the freaking street. That I lost my train of thought after that. I just remember the guy making jokes about having a giant dick. That's it. Like I remember there was like more than one. It was like kind of gets annoying at some point because it's just like it's not really a joke. It's just kind of just pointing something out. It's like that doesn't make any sense to like most people unless you do some sort of mental gymnastics to come to that conclusion. It would be like making jokes like that would just be like, yeah, you know, like when your the tip of your dick touches the back the top of your butt, like like you just be like, what the fuck? You know when you try to wrap your dick around your body 5 times, but it's not, it almost does it, like just like the fuck. What are you talking about? How skinny are you? How small is this dick? How elastic is this penis? There was like that one video of the guy that like stretched his foreskin like to the point that it was like hella long, and then he was like claiming to have the biggest dick in the world, but he was just like his foreskin was just hella stretched out. And he like would wrap it in a sock to try to like fool people into believing he had like a big dick, but it was just really stretched out foreskin. And like and then and then and then the doctors, like there's like this documentary they're doing about it. There's like doctors who are like talking about it's amazing, he has his giant dick, and then they fucking like go to this other thing and it's just like a doctor's like, yes, as you can see there's 17 inches of foreskin which meets up with a 5.5 inch long penis. It's like the greatest thing ever. It's just like the funniest. It's just like the funniest response. Like, yeah, actually, that's not. It's not really. It's not that way, man. It isn't. Like, nah. But that shit's hella funny to me. I'm also intrigued with reality, and also think like that more humor is good on people for demystifying the concepts of like objectifying sexuality, of like believing in satanic rituals to make yourself feel more powerful, those sorts of things. I do like the concept that like there is no real Satanism. It doesn't actually exist. It's like inside the brain of the person. Like if you read their doctrines, it's like just inside the brain of the person. It's like, dude, this is like, and then and it's all just about like being like, okay, well, like all the other religions are about servitude and having to like believe in a higher power and all these things. It's like, yeah, no shit. And then like and then they're like, well what we're gonna believe in is that you are the higher power. I'm like, bro, ants. The end. Like I'm just sorry, ants. Like, dude, ants. You watch the movie Ants? You ever watch the movie Ants? Ants, bro. Like that's all I gotta say. Ants, bees. I don't know, like animals that like essentially operate as separate units, but like in a singular fashion to create one whole unit. That shit demystifies the whole concept of singular power. It's like you don't have it, and the body is cellular. You don't have it. It's like you don't have. It's the whole concept. All goes back into the stupid philosophy concepts of not having free will, where it's like you have to understand that like you don't the there's a couple things. So one is I've been rallying against the concept of people who hate on centrism. You are dumb. The end. Like, take your pick, be positive about whatever your opinions are, and that's all you need to do. Fighting against people who are just like, I haven't made a decision yet, is insane. It's literally insane. It goes against your principles. It doesn't make it appealing for your principles. So if you're fighting centrism, if you're saying that I'm a centrist, it's like you literally don't understand the concept of not being able to make up a final decision unless the decision is, well, I mean, like completely sound and understood. Oh, we got black on the cam. Looks like a fish knocked over the camera. We got to go in on this. I do like the tonal shift. You also get to see the little it's over here on this side. You get to see a little of the ambient mood lighting outside. They're actually ringing me in right now. It's the aliens, bro. They're coming for me right now, bro. It's real. They're actually here. I never told people about that. Yeah, no, I have Alien Story. I have Alien Story. Everybody should have Alien Story, right? Like, most people have Alien Story? When you're a kid, you have I have a ghost story and I have an alien story. Okay, right? Ooh, spooky. The ghost story is basically just like I was a kid and I like thought I saw a ghost walk down the hallway, which doesn't make any sense. It's like a fucking house that no one ever died in. Like it's like no one ever died in that house. Like there wouldn't be a ghost in the house. That shit makes no fucking sense. So I was just a kid and I saw like a ghastly figure walk across. Maybe it was my sister. I don't know. So that was the ghost story. It's kind of anticlimactic. My alien story is being, I think I was 16 or 17 years old, and I think I was probably, yeah, like 16 years old, and I had I basically woke up in the middle of the night. It was like probably like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was like, I'm trying to sleep. I can't sleep. I don't know why I can't sleep. I like literally was just like trying to go back to sleep and I couldn't sleep. I was like wide awake, and I didn't realize why until I like just like looked in the room and was like, dude, my room is fucking lit up. Like the whole room is like crazy lit up. Like it was nighttime, but like the whole room was like white light, like inner. And then what I realized was that my window was just bright, right? Like bright, like like almost like somebody was like there with a camper light, or like if like one of those super high powered flashlights, but it would have to be like massive. Like the whole window was like brighter. It was like not brighter than daylight, obviously. Like daylight's going to be bright, but like when the room is in daylight, it's like yellow light. This was like blue light. And it was just like the whole thing just like completely lit up, and I was like able to see literally like my eyes had adjusted and everything, but I could see everything in my room clear, crystal clear, and I was like, that's super weird. And I was like, this is freaky and weird, and I could hear kind of like a hum in the background, kind of like and I'm like, okay, something weird is going on. Like my neighbors have like a light going on, or like maybe they're like digging up something, but that doesn't make any sense because it was basically like my neighbor's backyard, the other person's backyard was behind that, and there was literally an 80-year-old lady that lived there. And my only theory on this that could be different is just that like possibly maybe like the son had come over to do some nefarious shit in the backyard. I don't know, but the thing that changed my mind was basically this. I was like kind of scared at this point. Like, what the fuck is going on outside? And it literally took me like half an hour. I was sitting there for like half an hour going, okay, it's like almost 3 o'clock. So I wonder if my parents see the light too. I like open the door for my other door. I'm like, okay, well, like, seems kind of normal in here, and maybe they're all asleep. So I like close the door, and I go to try to peek out the window, and as soon as I try to peek out the window, I just see bright. It's just bright. There's nothing. It's just there's nothing out there. I can't see anything out there. Like it's just it's my it was a very small, shallow side fence, and but it's like if it was a neighbor or something like that, it would be like a bright light and like that like close. This was like a bright light far the fuck away, and there were no street lamps that were over in that area. It was like they were all on the street, which was over on the other side. I close the blind. I go back to bed. I'm like, okay, this is weird. I don't know. I'll try to go to sleep. And maybe like 30 seconds later, I just hear and then the light turns off. Just like crazy crazy sound effects. Like I can't even explain that shit. It's just like and then the light was gone. And I never saw it ever again. Just fucking weird, right? That's weird. And then I was talking to this kid at summer school like a year later, and he was like, yeah, man, we were on top of our roof. It's not like a couple nights, like, a couple months back, and like he's like, okay, yeah, well, look, what happened was, we were smoking weed and we're looking at the stars, and like we see like a fucking UFO. Like they saw a UFO, and they were like, we just saw it go, and I was like, that's what I fucking saw, dude. That's what I heard. And he was like, we saw it. We didn't hear it. We just saw it. I don't know if he said it looked like electricity, and it just disappeared. And he didn't hear it, I don't think. I was like, yeah, no, I heard that shit. It was like above my house. That shit makes no sense. Like the only thing I could think of was like my house was pretty close to the Morton Salt, like place where they like manufacturers. Like maybe they were trying to find salt, like a bunch of salt, because sodium is like super powerful. I know that. So yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe that they use salt to power an engine. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, hey, if they harness that energy, there's this super explosive energy, but so is like gasoline engine. But like if you harness that energy in a way that would like actually give you returns, proper returns, then like I'm sure there's like the chemists would probably fucking be like, yeah, no, like we do that with other things. We know better. This is not working. They fucking turned the lights off, bro. They turned us off. What is Rekha Sekad Cam Mypoga? We're underwater here. What is this thing? This is kind of cool. I like this one. This one's kind of sick. This one it also makes me look cool. I like that one. That one's sick. I should put a thing here in the corner that's like, this is the station that you can go to if you want to I keep doing that. This is the station that you would want to go to if you want to do the thing. I have a kick drum beater for it now. It literally can only play one song. It can play one song. There was a view. At some point, there was a view. That's cool. That's a cool thing. I like that. We're getting down and real with people right now, and honest about the truth, about things. Start making shit up, man. Start making shit up. I was like, there was a guy that was like, you put a card underneath here and then you do that, and it's the Johnny Cash trick. I'm like, that's no. I mean, like you do that and then you basically just do this. Something like that. You can do that. Whoa. Damn, I never knew. Like, that's like fluorescent? What is that? How does that happen? It's making the like the all the lettering on this PV amp is now orange. Even though it's like white. And there's like white paint. It's like some weird paint that turns different colors. I don't know. That's like a you could do that. What's the first thing that you do when you pick up a guitar? Well, first of all, you should do this. Yeah. And then you're good. You're good. And then you gotta do this. Okay. And then you do the whole yeah, that thing too. I don't have any idea what I'm doing anymore. I just like this color. It's cool. I like this one. I like this one. What do we got in the old chat tonight? What is this person? They never just got into a fight and the concert ended. Is that real? Coming out being like, hey yo, don't fucking punch people. I don't know who that is. That looks like Travis Barker. I don't fucking know. That looks like any man. Could be any man. It's some guy. Dave Navarro looking like he's trying to getting punched by Barry Fish. I mean, that's great. That's a good one. I like that one. I like that they are still fighting. Keep the fighting up. Can't stop fighting. Can't stop fighting. Wait. Yeah, you gotta do the old. Something like that. Eating a slice with the boys. Very nice. I don't understand sports at all. I'm actually fucking dumb. These guys are talking about pinball. Still talking about jackpot. See, if the pinball machine actually jacked you off at the same time while you play it, that would be something else, man. That would be fucking crazy. Think about that. Think about that one. Damn, I have no idea what this thing is. You know what? We should watch the pipe guy. The guy that just does pipes. That shit's sick, dude. You ever watch pipe videos? Like, pipe. Video. Like, the fucking pipe, inside of pipe kind of shit, dude, yeah. This kind of thing, like, you watch, like, a video of just a guy putting a fucking tube in a... So good. That shit's so fucking crazy. I mean, like, I should just dig through. Yeah, it's a fucking pipe. I should just dig through this shit. You got the old what are all these things here? You show the process. Show people the process. It's all good. Yeah, we got Species. Species is fucking fun, bro. I should put Species in the back. Species should be put in the background. That's a fun one. People will be like, "What the fuck is going on in there?" Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's the fucking dumbest thing I could throw on in the background. Because it takes like 9 million years for anything to happen. You have to literally have your PC running for like 10 days to get it to do a damn fucking thing. Which is why I'm gonna load world. Look, I got a world called Poo Poo. Damn, I like forgot that I like when it updated, all my saves got deleted, I think. Cool. Hell yeah. What's on the Poo Poos? See what the Poo Poos are doing. Oh man, this is sick. Put on 3 times speed and they like jitter because the fucking frame rate's so bad. That's cool. I like this one too. This is fucking sick, bro. Look at them go, man. Watch them reproduce and eat each other. It's so fun, so good. It's a fantastic game. Fantastic game. An excellent addition for anybody who likes games about making penises. Yeah, of course, that's the ultimate form. What is this? I'm just like on my phone now. I'm not even like paying attention to the stream. I've given up on all the politics. I've already forgot what I was talking about. Was comedians. Tom Myers, a comedian. I do like the man, the myth, the legend. I was also thinking about how Tom Myers looks kind of like a balding Andy Summers from the Police. It's kind of sick. He should literally just call it The Police and then have him like somebody like touch up his hair. It's like, his next special is called The Police. Just literally called The Police. Extinction. Yeah, no, this isn't worth my time to think about, considering the fact that I have not. I've sat through like maybe 70% of Make America Innate Again, and there's a few bits in it that are like so like, oh my god, dude, subjecting yourself to this. It's sick. Being subjected to comedy is always a good thing. My favorite being subjected to comedy experience is seeing open mics whenever we'd play shows. That would be like the classic example of things that would happen that would be very odd. My favorite is the first one, which was like this guy that was just doing crowd work stuff. Just being funny. Just like, doing crowd work, being funny. I also don't think I'm gonna do, like, should I do a tier? I should just do a tier list. That'd be so fucking dumb, man. Oh, that'd be so sick. Should do a tier list of comedians. Do they have that? That'd be so fucking stupid. Dude, that can't exist. Come on. We're like British comedians. Brother. Oh my god, dude. I mean, like, the list here is weird because there's people in here that aren't comedians. I couldn't even figure out who. I was like, who is that guy? And then I remembered it's fucking, what is that guy's name? He also, fat comedians just do jokes about fucking food all the time, eating food. It was like Danny DeVito. I don't think of as a stand-up. What the fuck? AS is ass? Is that what it is, or is the like I don't agree? What is AS? What does that mean? There's not enough comedians on this list. Top 10 stand-up comedians. Fucking Eric Andre is on your top 10. I'm not. I'm sorry, dude. Skankfest comedians. 32 comedians. Here we go. Can we get this? This one is actually semi-decent at this point. I'm kind of like, this one is kind of good. I like this. How do I, Hell Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Dude, they got they got Beetlejuice in there. What the fuck? How the fifth do I do the thing? Get my head in straight and become the man. The fuck do I do? I gotta do this up here. And then I make myself small. Should crop it out, but I'm dumb. I'll just do that. That's fine. There we go. And you still get to see the species, dudes. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. This one's more interesting. So like, oh, look at that, dude. Did it say unfunny? Unfunny is probably the worst one. Bad person? Why would bad person be worse than unfunny? Can you rename these? Like this, like what? You can rename this, right? So it's like mid, not for me. Unfunny should be where nah, unfunny. It should be here. We'll make new tiers. Known, I don't know, known, unknown, bad person is just like what the fuck. So it's like hilarious, good, mid, not for me, stinks, unfunny, but entertaining, just fucking unfunny. Unfunny and stupid, and then retard. Why do you exist? I don't think anyone's gonna hit that for me. Not on this list. These are all good. These are all good people, except I don't know some of these people. Like, I don't know who this fucking cockmonger is. Who is this cockmonger? Who the fuck is this cockmonger? Character 31, Dave. What the fuck? Can I, I have no idea. How the fuck did we get this part? Well, let's start with Beetlejuice, because Beetlejuice is not even a comedian, but he's a comedian, he's an entertainer. I'm gonna say good. This guy is just not for me. It's not for me. That and this is like how I judge my shit, because it's kind of like, I would say not for me or stinks, but like it's kind of more mid. I'm feeling more mid. And I'm feeling Patrice O'Neal's hilarious, and I'm also saying Louis C.K. is good. I've always been a person who says that guy is kind of mid. I don't remember who that is. It's fucking I off the top of my head, I don't remember. I can't remember that guy's name. I'm sorry. The famous short guy who does a lot of bits. I just keep hearing the same bit, which was the going to Jerry Seinfeld's house and learning what being a Jewish person is, and then like going to your own house and being like, man, I really want to throw a Jewish party. And then you throw a Jewish party, and then like all your black friends are like, what the fuck is this? That was the joke. It's like that. I don't know. I don't know who some of these people are. Just leave them down here. Like, I don't know. Like, if I Googled these people, I probably could figure it out. But, like, oh, Seinfeld? Dude, Seinfeld is just, like, stinks. Stinks, bro. It's not good. And Gabriel is, like, is mid, too, man. Like, the comedy... First of all, is the fact that if you follow any of this comedy stuff, you realize, like, oh, man, you're copying other stuff. Like, you're copying people. and it's kind of like in a weird like tongue-in-cheek way, where it's like at first it was like, oh wait a minute, I've heard these jokes before, and then it started becoming more like, okay, he couldn't do that anymore, so he started applying joke theories and like concepts of jokes to his own real life experiences and started doing his own bits. But I don't like I've watched, so I've sat through so many Gabriel Iglesias. I've probably listened to every single one of them at this point. Because I did listen to the early ones when I was a kid, which were pretty fine. I mean, they're like real early, they're 2000s kind of like starting out comedy. It's really the bits that are like based on like reality, or like maybe based on reality, I don't know, but like that are based on like that kind of surrealist reality, where you're bending some of the rules to paint a picture in somebody's mind, and like that's meritable to an extent. Then he gets into, and this is probably the only time I'll ever talk about this, then he starts getting into his personal life, and there are things that I don't understand about a man sometimes. Like sometimes maybe it's a cultural thing, maybe I'm just me, I don't fucking know. But I don't understand the concept of being like, my stepson that I adopted, he never really adopted, but just kind of became a stepson, who he met when he was 14 years old, who's now like 20 something, like in his early 20s. It's somehow like it's his son, and it's weird because he's divorced to this woman now, and it's just weird that the jokes are like about, they're jokes for a guy who had a kid and he doesn't have a kid, and he's desperately trying to convince you, the viewer, that you're wrong if you believe it otherwise. And it's like, by basically being like, well, I love my son, and yeah, my son, yeah. And it's just like, you use this guy to make money. Like, what is this is crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is so weird. I don't get, because that's what comedy is just talking about stuff. So like, if you're using like your life experiences in that kind of way, it's kind of gross to me. But I don't know. As when he starts talking about the personal life and stuff, it's like, I just don't relate to any of it. Dude, there's gonna be a lot of mid. That's the problem. I should have separated this. Ricky Gervais is funny. Oh boy. Unfunny, just fucking unfunny is the answer for that guy. Trevor Noah is like, you ever want to just like sit and listen to somebody talk about like random stuff in no comedic fashion at all? Like, maybe vaguely a little bit. Like, there you go, just watch the Trevor Noah specials. Like, it's just plain unfunny, like in the classical sense. There's no way, like, I can't even explain it. It's like the punchlines to the jokes aren't punchlines to jokes. It's like the punchlines to the jokes are actually just elements of a joke that might be, I don't even know. I can't even explain it. Like for example, like one of the things that he would use is like racist, racial caricature voices, and then being like under the guise of like, well, in South Africa we actually have lots of Indian people here. It's like, yeah, because it's fucking British colony. Like, dude, like, stop. You see, in South Africa we have a lot of racist people here. It's like, okay, I don't know. But like, the joke would literally just be him making like a fucking, like a jokey voice, or like making up fucking stories. Like, I fucking swear, I mean, comedy is like that. Like, they make up fucking stories. Cat Williams is hilarious. Cat Williams is funny because Cat Williams is observational and like just keeps doing it. I think Conan is not a comedian. I do think he is a good writer though, and he's had a lot of comedians on, and he's done a really good job. And it's like, well, I mean, why the fuck is Norm Macdonald not on this list? I don't know. I'm just be like honest about that. You got this guy, but no Norm Macdonald. What the hell? Why is Cat Williams on here twice? What the fuck is up with that? They forget? That's unless I'm just dumb. Am I just dumb? Is that a different guy? I might be just dumb. I don't know. We'll just treat that as what it is. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are, or who this person is. Or that guy even. I don't know who any of these people are. Chris Rock is good. The last special was kind of funny. I mean, hilarious. Dave Chappelle is hilarious. Stav is mid. I'm giving it to mid. That's just it. Eric Andre is not for me. As you know. Hannibal's mid, but like better on the better side of mid. I should have given more good options. I'm dumb. See, I don't know who these guys are. Like, who are these people? Bill Burr is mid. Mr. Black is fucking mid to me. I'm just gonna keep throwing him in there. Cosby's good, man. Steve Harvey's also hilarious. I love Steve Harvey. And like, yeah, not for me. And then like, I don't know who this cockmonger is. And then this guy is just like unfunny and stupid. There you go. That's the list. Then they didn't have like any of the. I can't believe they didn't. Like, they put this fucking guy on, but no other adjacents. Like, what is this? East Coast comedians, and it's like literally just like fucking Tim Dillon. They threw everyone in here at this point. Like, that's a good one. We got Jeff Ross in there. What do we got? We got this guy. I don't know who that guy is. Is that Ian Fidance? That might be. I don't know. I just don't know. We got Gilbert Gottfried in the house, and so we'll put him in S just to start things off. Same with Rodney Dangerfield. It's Adam Freeland. Is that fucking like who the fuck is that? I'll give the Mullen an A. What are we doing? Patrice? Whoa, what the hell happened there, bro? Why can't I click on that? Too heavy? What the hell? Artie Lang? Hell yeah. I'll give merits first where merits are due, and then I'll try to figure out who the fuck the rest of these people are. David Tell's an A. I need B's. I need B's on these. Oh, dude, like, yeah, we'll do that because I'm just like, dude, how much coke are they doing? Jesus Christ. Just like going in on it now. Do you remember this? Do you remember this thing? Do you remember that thing? He's like literally fucking standing up over. He's fucking standing up over Nick, like, just go, dude. Do you know about this thing? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, sit. Like, I was like, I don't know, like, I like had this impression of that happening, and like maybe I just dreamed it, but like that's my impression of it. Yep. Yep. Didn't this guy die? Greg Giraldo was funny. He was a funny guy. I don't know who these people are very much. I do know. Okay, yes, I do know that person. I'll be it. It's not my style, but like I'll be it. I don't know what we don't even know who these people are. We got Adam Friedland and V-Town right there. V-Town, baby. We gotta pad it out though. That's why. We'll do it. We'll do Jeff Ross and fucking V-Town, baby. That perfectly lines up. The fucking almost perfect. If it just move it just a little bit, like if I just do this, then it's fucking spot on. There we go. Dude, yeah, just as B as you can possibly be. Where it's like the comedy is like, I would say C. You could do C. See it. It's fine. It's fine. It's good to be C. It's good to be C, man. You got to make jokes about manatees. sometimes. Like these guys right here, dude. These fucking like my dudes are surviving over here. They're thriving. We're thriving. We gotta. I don't even know who this is. I don't know who any of these people are. I do that. I'll be that guy. For sure, 100%. My opinion of like most of the new school guys is that, like, first of all is the fact that they're getting older now. They're almost approaching their 40s, so they're reaching prime comedianism, basically, like where you're supposed to like have a TV show and like do this stuff but like start producing, star in a movie, do be Norm Macdonald, all that shit, right? Like you're supposed to be doing all that stuff. They're just doing podcasts. It's like, okay, well that's what you guys have been doing, just talking to each other forever. I don't know, man. I wish that they did have like a way to like look into this shit and know more. This guy does Indian comedy. That's all I know about that guy. He does Indian comedy. And Louis like, I'll do B, dude. That's my tier. It's my tier list. It's my fucking tier list, bro. I could do whatever the fuck I want. I could do whatever I want. Whatever the fuck I want. It's just true. I don't even know who this guy is. I just put him in the D tier or the C tier, and I just yelling. Tim Dillon is just like yelling all the time, man. That's all he does is yell. I can't stand that. Like I can't go, oh man. Like it's not always yelling, but it's like the tonality is basically like, to the trained musician's ear, you'd be like, man, this man must have a vocal range of like a half of an octave. It's very odd. It's very bizarre. And it's like I can't. There's just like a thing where it's like not locking. It's just not locking in, man. For me, it's not doing it for me. Just because I can't. It's like you could have talking to someone else, and I'm just like not hearing over the yelling. Can't hear you over the yelling. Who are these other people? Like, I don't know. I've seen faces, but like I don't actually know. I didn't know they were even East Coast comedians. Where's I know this fucking goblin. That's fine. I'll do. No, B is fine. B's fine. Mr. Black is B. B for black. I've seen this guy. And I don't like it. I don't really get it. Maybe it's just like, maybe I'm just not getting it. Don't know. I've seen this guy too. Like I've seen these guys, but I can't distinguish them. I can't like figure out which one is which. It smells like a stink bug. Damn it. It smells bad. Something stinky. It's like when those bugs get crushed, they just smell hella weird. They smell kind of like incense and like rot. Kind of weird. I don't know who the rest of these people are. I just like I'm looking and I can't figure who the fuck they are. Some of them I kind of like I've seen before in things. Like I've seen this guy in YouTube videos. I didn't know he was a comedian. That's Big J, I guess. I mean like I'm not like I don't know. The fucking that's Lewis. The same. I'll just do the same thing, bro. Oh yeah. I think that's meritable. Colin Quinn, yeah. I mean, like that's meritable. I recall that. I just didn't know what his fucking face looked like. I don't know who that is. That hat is just like not working for me. Who the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck? Damn, bro. Like, all the rest of these people I have, like, no clue about who they are. I don't know East Coast comedy, clearly. I don't know about it. Instagram comedians. Okay, that's too far. I'm sorry, bro. That's gonna be too far for me. Oh, there's a squirrel. Damn, that's from the other. That's exactly the same as the other one. Greatest comedians of all time. Oh, they put Drew Carey in here. Oh my god. Oh, dude, there's like people I don't like on this list at all. And we're not doing that one. We're not gonna do any more tier lists. That's enough of the tier lists. So I'll zoom me back in and throw the old wait, hold on. Yeah, like that, right? There we go. Hell yeah, back to where we were before. Still looks so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make food. I bought chicken wings and I got fries ready to make them fries. And I guess that's what I'm gonna eat tonight. Man, people keep making bad food. Bad fucking food. Okay, so I get this is like literally someone who works at a Taco Bell and they like had access to everything. Fine. The thing I hate the most is when people try to make easy recipes. Easy recipes. Ease you in on the concept of cooking, even though it's like it's pretty easy to figure out the most basic stuff for cooking. So, for example, eggs. A lot of people fuck up eggs, right? When you're a kid, you probably scrambled an egg here or there because you were like, oh, that's the only way that you've been taught by your parents. I scrambled eggs when I was a kid terribly. So the first problem was my parents would always get the pan super hot and then just go and then just leave it there. And then let the egg basically cook for the rest of it until it was like overdone, like really overdone rubbery. And then those were the eggs that I ate when I was a kid. They were so bad. And it's like, I'm not insulting their ability to cook. It's just that then I learned how to make those eggs, and I would make those kinds of eggs and they would burn and they'd be bad, and I'd be like, why are they burnt and bad? Fucking didn't know. I just used the wrong kind of pan. You gotta use like a non-stick, lower temperature. You basically just put the pan on low and let it heat up until the egg is fried in the egg. I use oil or fat. Bacon's good. Favorite breakfast meal for me is use bacon. So my favorite is probably you gotta get those crescent rolls, like the croissant ones, or you just get the cinnamon rolls. The cinnamon rolls are good too. You make a bunch of those, but there's a lot of calories in those. So like sometimes I just do like the crescent rolls, and just like basically you just like put it into a ball, and then put it in the oven, and then they just turn it into like a ball of puffed up dough, and then you crack it open, and then put butter inside, and bacon, and eggs, and whatever you want in there, and then just eat it. It's good. Yeah. I also have been experimenting with all the like stupid things that you could do with like, oh my god. So I was making sausage rolls. Sausage rolls are super easy. So like, you just cook hot dogs and boil them in water, or like sometimes I just use beer too, because the beer would be like kind of like tenderizing it, I guess. I don't know. And you put it on simmer, and then you cook it for like 15 minutes until it's completely cooked through. Take it off, let them kind of cool down a little bit, and then you stick them in dough. So I just get like the puff pastry stuff, but like you just get the regular one, or like the pizza dough one is the best. Yeah, the pizza dough one's good. Pizza dough one is like when you cook it, it becomes all like crunchy on the outside, but like the other ones are more flaky and like if you breakfast sausage ones are the best ones because if you want to do breakfast sausage, you do breakfast sausage with that and then put like syrup on it. Tastes good. Or you do a pancake batter. You do the same thing. Pancake batter deep fried, also very very good. Basically, you just basically make funnel cake. It's super easy to make. Um, some recipe ideas for people at home that are good too. You can make all sorts of foods from old foods that you didn't eat. You just do that. Nah, I haven't been thinking about stuff recently. I've been like a little bit. I mean, I thought about getting the grill out and doing some stuff. I'm now really more like okay, like we could probably just like chill on that for a bit. Going to be doing some planning, getting a planner, and doing kind of like an herb garden ish thing. Want to get some lemongrass growing because it's expensive, it's fucking expensive, and it's grass. So you just need it. You need 6 hours of sunlight a day, and it's fucking grass. It literally you can buy the stuff at the store and grow it, and like it'll grow fast. But then you get one stalk. So I want to germinate, and I want to see if I can grow a couple from seed. So I got this, some lemongrass seeds. Which I heard that this is not the easy way to go. This is like a hard way to go. But they kind of smell like lemongrass, like through the bag somehow. So instructions: sow seeds indoors with supplement. Heat to aid germination. Press seeds into soil surface and really cover. So I'm gonna need some small planters, which is fine. Well, I'll probably go on Sunday and then start working on it outside because I have to tear down an entire tree. It's not a tree. It's like a root for a tree that's been growing back there, 2 of them. And then once I got the roots all out and everything, probably going to set up some planters. I'm not going to actually use the soil out there. It's kind of rough. So, but there is enough sunlight to grow a tree over there, so there's gonna be enough sunlight for that. And then the next plan of action is I have to fucking clear out everything out there. It's not a whole lot of stuff, just like a chair and some old rugs and stuff. Clear it out, make room. There's some garbage out there too that might need to be thrown away. And then put the planters out, and then I might get a grill out here, maybe a charcoal, but I'm thinking about getting like a smoker. Might be good, like a small smoker. And I think I think it's like hard to say it, but like I really kind of think I might go for one of those green egg things, cause I grew up with a Komodo grill. And I think there's something to that design. It makes grilling super super easy, like, and it retains heat like crazy. So the best thing about it is you can bake bread and you can do like all sorts of crazy shit that you can't do in a normal grill. Like even with like enough power to the grill, it's all energy on the bottom. There's no energy stored on the top. But in one of those Komodos, you close it, and the top gets radiant energy, and then heats up and becomes super hot. And then you can open it up after like a couple hours of being closed and having the lid taken off, and put the lid back on, get it super hot, and then take it off, put your pizza in, and close it, and then cook the pizza for like 5 minutes, take it out, take the pizza out, and then put it in a real oven and do the finishing. Because you're never going to get that high of a temperature in one of those grills. But if you want to inflict the charcoal flavor onto a pizza and emulate a brick oven flavor, a couple minutes in a real charcoal oven and take it out and put it into just a normal home, conventional oven. Yeah, there you go. What are these guys doing? Oh, they're all just like chilling. We don't. I can't even show, but there's only like 3 species. They all look weird. Some of them are underwater, and then some of them are actually controlled, so they don't. There's only 2 species actually. It's underwater guys. These guys that are eating. Wait, maybe not. Where are they? Oh, they're here. Maybe not. I don't know where they are. Here they are. These guys. Yeah, these guys here. I could make it faster. I could go full speed. Go full fast. Full fart. Full the fart. Yeah, bro. Let's go. How much time have I been doing this? I'm not even looking at the meter. It's like I'm looking at the wrong things. Oh, 1 hour and 41 minutes. Damn, this is a crazy episode. This is a crazy episode. This is a manic episode. I need a guest. I did order a screen, so I'm gonna try to hang it somewhere over here, probably over the top of the one over here, because it'll like hang right there, and then kind of like drop down. Shing. That way I have That way I have Wow, they're going at it. That's wild. Do you see that? You see this? Over here? You see this stuff that's going on in the world? It's crazy, right? They keep like the population keeps like being monitored because I have a cap out. So they reach the cap, then they die. Then they reach the cap, then they die. Yep. That's how it goes in real life. That's actually how it goes in real life. There's no difference. Wow, that's a fucking film scene. Got it. It's a lot less cool when the bus is destroying cars that you know nobody's in there. I wouldn't say cool. It would be, it's like kind of not as dangerous when there's a controlled situation. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. This episode's weird. It's a weird one. No cats in here too today. Like I left them out. They're all in the other room. The smelly room. It smells kind of bad. Is this fucking Moby? Damn, bro. Broby. Yeah, I'm actually Moby. For sure. Ham. These are hams, dude. These are not calzones. These are just full-blown hams. 2 ginormous hams in either hand, just like going crazy, going ham. 2 giant hams in a hand and going crazy, going ham. It's my TV show. Damn, that's fun. That's a good one. I like that. Are we done? I need to eat something. I'm tired. I am tired. It's like 10 o'clock now. Okay. Well, what did we learn? We got up to the 2000s comedians. I didn't talk about those. Because, I grew up with, like, I love the 80s and all of the VH1 stuff. So, like, that was my introduction to comedy. It was just, like, watching TV and being like, oh, all these comedians are there. This is so weird to be like, oh, Those people have to make their own entertainment now. Before, there used to be people that made shows and used entertainers to make a show. Nowadays, it's just everybody's just doing it themselves, basically, and then trying to be like, oh yeah, like I'm doing it myself, even though, like, you've got publicists and you got tour managers and you got people that do a bunch of publicity stuff for you. You got people working for you. You got a team, and that's the thing that gets me. It's like if you got that, then like why can't people make TV shows? Why can't people make stuff that's good? Like, why can't people I mean, like, I'm not saying bring back the variety show, but maybe it does need to come back just for a little bit. At least some form of it. That might be the interesting way to go. But yeah, we'll just let this go. This was a good experiment. I'll take a look into this one. I've actually not watched